Alright, we have the panel painted. This stuff that we used was a Raptor made by U-Pole. It's a 2-component truck bed liner, so you have the can and you have to push a thing in to mix it and then spray it on. This is 2 coats. This is the silicone strip that I had here. I'm not sure if it will actually stick to that, but hopefully it will, or at least if it comes off uniformly. It doesn't look shitty, but it looks really, really good. It does smell. It takes an hour to dry to the touch, I think it said. And I forgot to videotape it because I actually did it at the shop where we have a paint booth that vents out. And now I brought it back home, but I had to open the windows because it does kind of stink. Alright, since we got the firewall painted and that's drying, we are now disassembling the front here. We're very good at that, done it a couple of times. And we're going to put in the new, because I messed up the bottom skin, panel over there. And that's the plan for today. Don't be dropping stuff. George is over there making the panels nice. The correct panel this time. Transfer drilled all that. So that fits. I ended up, this is not 100%, it's dry, but it's not 100% cured. But kind of need that to fit that up. We're going back and forth on whether to use insulation on the firewall or not. Some people say yay, some people say nay, some people say on the inside, some people say on the outside. Anyway, long story short, George bought some of this, I believe, from Aircraft Spruce. This is our painted firewall. So I use it as a template to trace it and cut it out, and that would be on the outside. Now, common sense would tell me that it would make sense to put this on the outside so it reflects most of the heat before it even gets to the firewall itself. I think a sheet was $70 or $80, not like incredibly expensive. And then I made the rest of the, sorry, let me show this here. I made 3 cutouts that go in here. Inspectors here, because I'm talking to myself again. And there's plenty to do a RANS firewall, probably enough to do 1.5. I know this is pretty petty, but when I tightened these stick mounts and the rudder mounts, kind of always thought it was odd that the rivets protrude. So there's no way, basically when you tighten this, it deforms the metal in the floorboards. I don't know if you can see that crease around there. So since then I've hammered it straight, as flat as I can. It was much worse, but obviously as you tighten it, it pulls it down around the rivets. So let's see how much I painted it. Anyway, long story short, I took 10 of these 960-10 Ls, whatever, the thin washers, and put a bolt in there and then super glued them on there. These ones I had to trim a little bit because of the way the riv nut, that sideways riv nut is. But now they're going to be flush. So when you tighten the pedals, the stick mounts, or even the floorboard on the side here, you don't end up with a deformed floor. I know I'm adding weight to the plane, but remember, I chamfered my little mount up there, so hopefully it'll wash. That's a joke. Have a good night. Alright, I got the floorboard in. Like I said, it's nice and flush now, and it should make for a better fit, I hope. And George is going to come over. We're going to do some work on the side, the boot cowl basically. see how far we get.